Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. I hope you will find these videos informative. I have Natalie here with me today. Natalie's 4.5 years old and she's just hanging out with me because she needs to have her nails trimmed and it's her turn. She's a real sweetheart. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to go over one of our frequently asked questions. I hope that you will like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it far and wide, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video and if this is some content that you enjoy. I know Natalie would enjoy it. Say hi, Natalie. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus in on Natalie. There she is. Okay, anyway, enough of Natalie. One of the questions that we get from time to time is what is meant when a breeder says that they've had a whoops litter or an oops litter. Now, I'll tell you right up front, a lot of breeders won't divulge the fact that this has ever happened to them, but I guarantee you if you've been breeding hedgehogs long enough, it's eventually going to happen. Hopefully not. The last time that it happened to us was in 2011. We had a whoops litter. Well, it just happened again. And first let me introduce you to the new mama in this next video real quick here, and I'm going to put Natalie back and I'll be right back with you. So this is our new mom. She is only 4.5 months old, and a whoops litter happens, and if you notice real quick underneath her nose there, the bedding is moving because there's two babies here, not just one, as you'll see here shortly, but there they are, nursing, or one's nursing and the other one's just relaxing. They're both fine, they're both healthy, mama's healthy, everybody's good, but a whoops litter happens when you have an unintended pregnancy. Like I said, she's only 4.5 months old. Normally we wait until they're about 6 months of age before we mate them. And what has happened in this situation is when she was about 3 months old and separated away from the boys, she has 3 sibling brothers. Well, one of them decided to squeeze back into her cage, and then whoops, that's what happened. Okay, so Zaylee is the mom of this sweet little baby girl, and Colin is the daddy or sire. And they both have strong lineage. For instance, Zaylee, she comes from a long line of very healthy hedgehogs. Anouk and Xena, I still have Anouk and Xena. IRS, I still have IRS. Draco, I still have Draco. Unfortunately, Lagatha and Ray have passed on. But it goes all the way back into the grandparents and the great-grandparents and the great-great-grandparents and the great-great-great-grandparents, and I probably have about at least 10 to 15 generations of lineage on Zaylee. And all those lines are super, super healthy, so there's nothing to worry about there. With Colin, again, very healthy lines. Colin's sire or daddy is Arthur, and he lived to be almost 6.5 years of age. The mama is Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow. When she was about almost 3 years of age, she was so loved by one of our customers that I couldn't just keep her here when she could go to a loving home, and so she was one of our older hedgehogs that went to a loving home. But both of those lines also go back quite a ways. Now that doesn't justify anything, it just means that one of the days when I was at work, about a month or so ago, when she was just 3 months old, one of her sibling brothers managed to squeeze into the cage to be with mom, and probably sister was there, and then whoops, these things happen. That doesn't mean that the babies are going to be unhealthy. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the babies. Time will tell, but I highly doubt it. For those of you that are breeders, the inbreeding coefficient of this mating, this oops litter, is 26%. And some breeders that are unethical have bred way, way closer to that. In fact, if you line breed, if you get permission from the IHA or one of those other organizations to go ahead and do a line breed, you're breeding a grandparent with a grandson or granddaughter in order to bring out certain attributes in a line. For instance, Chihuahuas are inbred heavily, or else they wouldn't be Chihuahuas. Those of you who are dog breeders, you understand what I mean by saying that. I'm not going to get into any details there. But with hedgehogs, we try to limit the amount of inbreeding as much as possible. It's not that this was an oversight. I was at work one day, and when I came home from work, I was feeding the hedgehogs, and I looked in the cage, and there should have only been Mama and her daughter, and lo and behold, one of her little boys was in there with them. And so I had to keep a watchful eye on this little baby girl and on Mama, just to make sure that nothing happened. Well, Mama's just fine, but this little baby girl, whoops. So these babies will be available once they mature and they're healthy and everything checks out, as pets only. And that could be another indication when a breeder says, oh, this hedgehog is not available to other breeders, it's just a pet only. Sometimes that indicates that they don't want the line to continue for whatever reason, or sometimes it indicates that they had an oops litter. But that's what it means. I just figured that I would answer that question since I get it from time to time. I hope you enjoy the content of this video. Please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.